In Sydney, Customs and Border Protection have taken aside a passenger for questioning and a bag search. She has told the officers that she has returned from Vietnam after attending a memorial for her mother.
Yeah, so when did your mother pass away?
Last year. Last year and
last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an anniversary.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you mean like 1 year ago?
Yeah, 1 year.
But there are inconsistencies in her story, and she made a sudden change to her travel plans.
Okay, why did you change your ticket?
You know, in Vietnam, I can't go anywhere. You know, very hot and raining.
So you changed your ticket because of the weather?
Yeah.
It's also unclear how she can afford 2 trips to Vietnam a few months apart.
Okay, what work do you do in Australia?
No working.
No work. How do you get money?
Money from Central give me for people not hard working now.
Officers have swabbed the woman's handbag for traces of illicit substances.
The drug test that we did on your bag, it came up positive for heroin.
That one?
Yeah. Do you know why?
No. You know that one, the handbag, my daughter buy for my daughter for birthday.
Does your daughter have drugs?
No.
Have you ever been involved in anything to do with drugs?
No.
No?
No.
Have you been in trouble with the law?
No.
And this is not the first time this passenger has been stopped by Customs and Border Protection.
Only he took me to the hospital. That's all.
Immigration will often take aside a passenger for an interview if they suspect the person intends to breach their visa conditions. Today, this passenger has arrived from the US and has stated that he's only here for a holiday. But Officer Serene has reason to believe this may not be the case.
My name is Serene from Immigration Department. How long are you coming to Australia for?
6 days till March 1st.
Okay, that's a lot of baggage you've got there.
Before the interview begins, Customs and Border Protection are called in to conduct a bag search to determine if the passenger is attempting to evade paying duty on any items.
What's the value of all this equipment?
6,000 or 7,000.
6,000 or 7,000 US?
Yes.
Do you have any other equipment here in relation to photography?
Yeah.
A large amount of camera equipment is found, and immigration is concerned it's way more than an average tourist would need.
He's declared on his incoming passenger card that he's coming here for a holiday. However, we found 3 bags full of equipment for photography. Just Googling his name and found a website for it. It's clear he's a professional photographer. Our main concern is whether he is coming to Australia to take photographs for leisure or whether it's for work. Can you explain to me why you have come to Australia today?
For a holiday and to do photo shoots with models.
Okay. Are you aware that on a tourist visa you're not allowed to conduct work?
But I'm not charging the models. We're just shooting.
The terminology of work in Australia is any work that an Australian citizen can get paid for. And I very much doubt that you are not getting paid. There is nowhere on the internet that says you do free shooting for Australian models.
Passengers have just arrived from India for a holiday, and the X-ray is showing some unusual items in their bags.
You can see that there's some unidentified organic material in some of the bags. So they've been here before, so they're well aware of our quarantine requirements on entry into Australia. Did you understand the questions on the passenger card?
We kept some items to declare in this.
Yes. What items?
That suitcase you can check.
Which one?
Separate. This one, the first one.
Okay, so this is the only one that's got your food in, yeah?
Yeah.
Some items are there in this also. We wanted to declare that.
The bag contains packaged biscuits, which the passengers have declared. But it's the other 3 bags which are concerning Officer Chris.
Okay, put this one away. Now I'm going to check all the other ones, okay?
The passengers claim there's no food in any of them.
Now, guys, did I not ask you about whether you had food in other bags?
These are regular medicines. These are for fever and cold.
Almond butter cookies is not medicine, hey?
No, this is biscuits.
Yeah? Why would you tell me about one bag and not about all the other stuff?
We thought those things you should check, and this will be allowed without any problem.
Any food includes dried, fresh, preserved, cooked,
Yes.
uncooked. It doesn't say anything about whether it's in a nice packet over here or a packet over there, hey?
Oh, you've been to hospital before.
Yeah, and here we go.
In Sydney, Customs and Border Protection Officer Andrea just learned that this passenger has been tested for drugs before.
You've dealt with customs before and they sent you to hospital.
Yeah.
Why did you go to hospital?
I don't know. They say I have to go. I have to go. I don't know why.
They didn't tell you why?
I don't ask. That's their job.
I think that you may have drugs on you or inside your belly.
Now,
Yeah.
you want to go to hospital again?
Maybe, but you don't go with me.
With who?
You have to go, we talk to the Australian Federal Police.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I happy to.
Have you dealt with the Australian Federal Police before?
Yeah.
What was that for? Drugs?
Before I told him, I never have the rat herring with me. Never. Because you know why? My family very perfect. My husband was for that long time.
Okay.
I have a property, but now he passed away, you know?
So he died 2 years ago, yeah?
My husband died.
Well, you tell me, I'm going to check, okay?
Yeah.
You tell me a story, I'm going to go and check it,
Yeah.
so I'll make sure you tell me the truth.
What for?
So I can check your story, so I know that you're telling me the truth.
Immigration suspects this passenger may be running a lucrative fashion photography business in Australia without the correct working visa.
Very frustrating, you know. I'm not over here. They searched my suitcase. There's no drugs. I'm not a terrorist. I'm just all my photography equipment just coming over here to shoot and have a good time.
With the passenger's permission, Officer Serene contacts one of the Australian models that he photographed on a previous trip. He stated that he didn't get paid for the work.
Okay. And how much was the full payment? Okay. And that was just for one photo shoot for a day, or? Yep. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. You too. Bye.
It seems Justin may have some explaining to do.
I was able to contact one of the contact numbers on your phone, and she stated that you did do a photo shoot for her in Gold Coast, and that she couldn't remember the exact amount. However, she said it was roughly $500.
And that money was for hair, makeup, for location, things like that. I have to cover the cost of the shoot.
It's $500 she paid you, regardless what it was for. She paid you, and you stated that you were not getting paid at all. You're not being honest with me.
I am being honest. I'm telling you what the money's being used for.
I find it hard to believe that you go around everywhere doing photo shoots for free.
No, I don't go around everywhere for free. I'm helping promote Australia and the models over here. I'm a very well-known photographer in the US, okay? I'm not here making tons of money and working.
See, why did you not tell me? Yeah, why did you not tell me? I asked you.
These passengers have declared they have no food in any of these 3 suitcases. But that's not what Officer Chris is finding.
Sorry, I'm very sorry.
And I'm continuously opening a bag and finding
Yes,
more
I'm
food.
very sorry. We are very sorry.
When you wrap up raw nuts and you hide them in your bag, I think you're having a play with me to say. I'm classing these as items being concealed and hidden in the other bags
yes.
because you had them all wrapped up.
Yeah,
And I bet you if I keep going, I'm going to find more and more and more. What is it?
Tea.
Tea dust.
That's a prohibited item.
This is prohibited.
Yeah, that's a prohibited item. You could be prosecuted for that one. So's that. So's that. So's that. High-risk item.
This we don't know.
No,
You're not aware
you
of
don't
that.
know because you didn't declare it, so I couldn't check it for you, so I couldn't tell you it was wrong.
Declared, he says.
I don't know how I'm supposed to stay happy with you, sir.
Officer Chris needs to discuss the case with his supervisor.
And this is all the stuff that was undeclared, which I believe is concealed because the flour, the cinnamon bark, and a few other items were actually wrapped up in clothes.
Passengers found concealing high-risk items can face prosecution resulting in fines of up to $66,000.
There's a lot of food here, so it's definitely a significant amount.
When I asked them which bag had food in, they declared that only one bag did. I went through it several times with them, and they still turned around and said they only had one bag with food. There's a few high-risk items like the cashews and the cinnamon bark, which isn't allowed into the country.
The supervising officer questions the passengers further and decides their case doesn't warrant prosecution.
My boss has more of a pull in a decision than I do. So today you'll be paying customs $220. So you get your money ready, I will get the paperwork ready, then we'll go to customs and we'll pay the bill and you can go on your holiday.
$220.
Customs and Border Protection work with the international freight industry to prevent importation of illegal goods and substances. And today, at the Sydney Air Cargo facility, officers have come across a package that contains some suspicious engine parts.
Oh, there we go. Package is out of New Delhi, out of India. So what we're actually looking at is trying to see the top of the piston. We can see there's a little bit of a gap. It looks a bit hollow to me.
It looks very inconsistent to what a normal piston,
would look like. It should be solid in the top.
Okay, so there's 4 pistons. So we'll put a couple of these through the X-ray.
Yeah. Might try them on different angles, one upright and one on its side.
Yep.
See what we come up with. So I can definitely see a space there. There shouldn't be a space like that within a piston.
Because the pistons aren't solid, officers need to be sure they don't contain anything illegal.
It's hard to tell because whether there's something in there or not, it's still going to weigh pretty much the same as what a normal piston would.
So when you look at a piston, if it has 100 grams of powder in the piston, you would never know by the weight. I'll just drill right in the centre. They do drill very easily, pistons.
Customs and Border Protection officers in Sydney suspect this passenger may be carrying drugs internally.
From our point of view, here and now, she's an unemployed traveller to Vietnam for the 2nd time this year. So we're trying to ascertain how she lives, and if she's living beyond her means, she could be trying to bring in drugs internally.
It's not the first time the woman has been through this process.
I come back like time like that, and some people say I have heroin inside, and then we go to hospital. Oh no.
Okay. At the moment, you've gone to Vietnam for an anniversary of your mom.
Okay, lady. Now you don't believe me. You can help me go to hospital. That's all. Then
That's it. End of story. You just want to go.
I don't want to talk any story. You go to hospital, and after finish hospital, I go home. And next time I say story with you. That's all. I happy go. Okay.
A frisk search finds nothing stashed on the woman's person, but a swab of her bag already tested positive for traces of heroin.
Is there any chance it could possibly be in here, do you reckon?
Andrew decides to check the woman's cognac gift pack.
This is a drug test, yeah? See if it's got drugs inside.
The test will help determine if the woman has been telling the truth. At the air cargo facility, officers are examining metal pistons sent from India.
Oh, there we go. Ah, look at that. White powder coming out the top. That's normally never inside a piston. It's normally solid metal. So we can definitely see that there is a concealment with inside this piston. So now we've got a substance that we can actually test. So we'll put it in a heroin nick test, and that'll give us an indication, if it is drugs.
So all we need is just a small sample, and that will give us
That's
an
plenty.
indication of what's in there. we're looking for the colour green to come up, which will then tell us that it is heroin. And straight away we've got green.
So at this stage, we would definitely say, judging by the X-ray, that they're all loaded with heroin. So, well, that could be 200 grams inside here. So if it's 200 grams, well, it's, you know, over 1.5 kilo. Well, what happens now, we'll send it to the Australian Federal Police. They will deconstruct it completely, get all the drugs out. Okay, that's it.
$500,000 worth of heroin was handed to the Australian Federal Police for investigation. Immigration's established this photographer received payment for a photo shoot on a previous holiday and that he's here again to conduct another shoot.
I'm not over here making a profit.
Okay, you're covering your costs.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not over here on business making a profit.
When you make business, it means you're getting paid for it and you're trying to cover your costs. And whether you make a profit or not, that's a different story. So you have to understand that you are doing the wrong thing. All right, what I have with me now is a notice of intention to consider cancelling your visa. This is not the final decision, it's only a notice of consideration. You will be given the opportunity to comment, and your comments could include why the grounds for cancellation do not exist or why your visa should not be cancelled. You to sign this for me to say that you have received this notice.
With an important photo shoot at stake, Justin has 20 minutes to think of a response to convince immigration that he should be allowed to enter the country.
I really don't know what else I can do. I'm like sitting here nervous now that they're just gonna put me on a plane and send me back home.
In Sydney, a swab of this Vietnamese passenger's cognac box has tested positive for cocaine.
It's tampered with. The box, you can see glue around the edges and there could be just a thin layer of something underneath. What can you tell me about this box?
What box?
Yeah, this box.
Yeah, I told you when my brother passed away, someone give, I don't know who.
Okay. We had one more test. It's positive now for cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay?
That much?
Yeah. So we're going to do some more tests.
Officer Andrea suspects the drugs may be hidden in the lining.
All right, I've just taken a little piece of this.
But a test with a narcotic identification kit shows that's not the case.
That would be negative. It definitely is pink on blue.
But there is still one more vital test to carry out.
The only thing, I haven't opened the cognac. So the last check, we could do that.
Smugglers have been known to dissolve their drugs in alcohol, which is later evaporated to retrieve them. But once again, the tests come up negative.
This was our last attempt to actually see if she had any drugs on her today with her in her. She was also willing to go to the hospital to be checked. She didn't try to hide that at all. So it looks like she's good to go today. Okay, you can pack up your things.
Okay now, I can go?
You can go. All right?
Justin has arrived for an important photo shoot. But the problem is he only has a tourist visa that has strict no working conditions.
All in all, it's good publicity for Australia, Australian models, and right now I feel like I'm being treated like a bad guy.
He now has the opportunity to convince immigration why he should be allowed to enter the country.
Okay, so you thought about your response?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, when I go someplace to work, my intention is to make money. Normally, for a shoot, I'll charge anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. That's my normal rate. And as you heard from the girl before, it was $500, and that's a modest amount to cover the fees of the shoot, makeup, hair, location, and part of it goes towards my travel expenses. And then I think you also have to look at the bigger picture. I'm getting Australia and the models that work here publicity over in America, which is only benefits you and tourism and things like that. I'm just saying to consider that as well.
Okay. All right. There are grounds for cancellation today. I have placed more weight on the fact that you initially attempted to mislead Department of Immigration and Citizenship by 1, declaring that you are coming to Australia for tourism only, 2, organising work in Australia on 2 occasions prior to your arrival into Australia, and 3, denying payment for your work. I have therefore decided to cancel your visa today.
It's a huge blow for Justin, and he has no choice but to cancel the photo shoot.
I'll be contacting all the models as soon as I can to let them know what happened and to refund them their deposits so that they know that they weren't ripped off or taken advantage of.
He did admit to working. Regardless of whether he was making profit or not, he's still working on a tourist visa, and that's in breach of his visa conditions.
Customs and Border Protection Officer Mike has doubts that this Nigerian woman is here to conduct business in the fashion industry.
Yeah. What's the purpose of your travel to Sydney?
I came here for exhibition. Fashion designer, fashion and cosmetics and jewelry.
Okay.
She is here for a convention where I believe, from reading the documents she's in possession of, she's supposed to be going there to have a look at fashion. She's supposed to be presenting something as well, but from what you can see in her actual baggage, there's not a real lot of stuff and it's all dirty, so I wouldn't imagine she's going to be presenting that.
Have you got any samples to show over at the fashion exhibition?
What is there?
Do you have any clothing samples to show at the fashion exhibition?
Any clothes fashion exhibition?
Yeah, well, I want you to explain what you're doing at the fashion exhibition.
I'm a fashion designer.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm a fashion designer. I come here to come on. I came here for exhibition.
Yeah? What are you going to do at the exhibition?
Exhibition, the fashion design. The same way I do it when I go, I explain myself how I'm doing the fashion and I show them my clothes, the fashion I make.
Yeah, but I find that, you know, if you're coming over to show your clothes, why would you have them just mixed up in your bag? They don't allow me to carry my bag, my big bag, my machine. They cannot allow me here to come and bring it here. So I will explain myself to them, and they will give me a machine. I will try. I will do it for them. Yeah, I don't know whether you're aware. I will show what they are not want me to show. I will know what they are doing. I show you what I'm doing by myself. Okay, you're not explaining enough. Okay, I don't think you're here for the fashion exhibition.
Incoming non-citizens must have a valid Australian visa, but this passenger has just arrived from Spain and somehow does not have any visa.
I'm just going to try to get you an interpreter.
The man is actually Polish, but he's been living in Madrid for years.
The reason that I'm asking these questions is that I need to establish that the reasons why you have come to Australia are consistent with the conditions of your visa. But in your case, it's quite different because you're actually arrived in Australia without a visa. So at the moment, we're determining whether to grant you a visa here at the border, okay?
Immigration has noticed that he was here only a few months ago on a 3-month tourist visa.
So tell me, why have you come to Australia today?
Odwiedzić.
When you were here in Australia previously, what were you doing in Australia?
U kolegi byłem.
I was with my colleague.
However, Officer Aruna suspects he might not have been here for a holiday.
All right. We had a look at your mobile phone, okay? There are messages indicating that you've been working in Australia. What have you got to say about that?
Moja wiza okazała się niedobra i nie mogłem.
Okay, I wanted to work, but my visa was not suitable.
But the phone messages indicate that he was working.
Na maszyny, które stawiali.
I spent time with a German company here.
To nie było za pieniądze, nie?
Yeah, because it was some work without money in return.
Any paid work would have been a breach of his tourist visa conditions.
Can you tell me what was your reasons for applying for an extension of your visitor visa?
Poznałem dziewczynę.
Because I found a girlfriend.
Officers will need to find out if he has come back for love or money. This passenger arriving from Mauritius has come to Melbourne for a 2-year stay to continue his studies. But quarantine have x-rayed his bags and noticed organic material that hasn't been declared.
Hello, sir. Have you been to Australia before?
No, first time.
This is your first time? Do you know what's inside each bag?
Yeah, I know they're my clothes and...
Okay. Did you pack the bag yourself?
No, no.
Who packed the bag?
My aunt.
But you got some idea they have put food in your bag? They have put food in your bag?
I don't really know, but I don't think so.
You don't think so? It's your responsibility to know what's in your bag and to declare it, okay?
Yeah.
For quarantine, this situation is not uncommon.
We have to go through each of the bags.
This one?
Yeah. Need to unlock this one, sir, for the other officer. Okay, now you put items in your pockets. Why have you put items in your pockets of your clothing?
My aunt has...
Your aunt packed it that way, okay?
The undeclared food hidden in his pockets means officers now need to be wary of any other type of concealments.
What's inside this package? You know what's inside?
No, no.
It's milk, a commercial, but you've got other food items inside. So what's on the outside is not what's in the inside.
You've set up no appointments to meet anyone.
This woman claims she's a fashion designer, but officers aren't convinced.
You've come from Africa to Australia to attend a fashion exhibition, but you've got no appointments, you've got no samples to show. You've got no laptop or anything, you know, to...
Laptop?
Yeah.
It's not just the woman's business credentials the officers find suspect.
We've since found out she is staying for 3 days at a hotel. Her stay is down for 7 days. She doesn't know what she's going to do for the 4 days afterwards.
The passenger is also found to be carrying around $2,500 in cash.
What we're going to do, we're just going to x-ray your bag and we're going to x-ray your shoes to see if there's any concealments inside.
The shoes are exceptionally heavy. We're just looking for a concealment, whether they're in the bag or in the shoes. The bag's clear at this stage.
And so are the shoes. Officers will now conduct an itemizer test.
This machine here checks for traces of narcotics and explosives.
Our suspicions are really high at the moment, and everything's pointing to the fact that she's probably concealing narcotics.
Each day, through our mail centres, parcels of all shapes and sizes from all over the world are checked and cleared. But some are not always as they seem. This parcel from Japan has caught quarantine's attention as it passed through the X-ray.
I've just noticed on the screen that there are a couple of suspicious looking shapes, and the actual colours indicate to me that it doesn't actually match what's on the declaration form. They've declared shoes and sneakers, leather shoes, and a compact disc, and none of those actually seem to be on the image. It's showing a lot of like cans, which would indicate to me food items, and it's got these pretty suspicious looking long tubular type shapes in there, in the back of that. This will actually need to go to the secondary inspection area where an officer can actually open it up and have a look into it.
The box is handed over to Officer Dell, who will carefully open it and find out if it contains anything that is a quarantine risk.
What we have here is a variety of food. There's some of them are tinned food. There's also other seasoning mixes. There's mixed vegetables. It all appears to be commercial at this stage. There's canned fish, virtually, and cigarettes as well. It's obviously inconsistent with what was declared on the package. Let's have a look and see what we can find in this one. Well, certainly this is not consistent with a pair of shoes, because what we've got is sawdust.
And whatever this is, someone has gone to a lot of trouble to conceal it. Mikkel has somehow arrived from Spain without a visa, but he's hoping immigration will grant him a new one so he can visit his girlfriend in Adelaide.
Okay, can I get her full name and a date of birth, please?
No, ale wiem, gdzie mieszka, tylko adresu też nie pamiętam.
I do not know her surname. I know where she lives, but I do not remember her address.
How can you not remember your girlfriend's name?
I don't know.
You can't remember your girlfriend's name. It's very strange.
Yes, I know. I am stupid. I remember my friends, but no remember.
You can remember your friend's family name, but you can't remember your girlfriend's.
Nigdy nie pytałem.
I never asked her.
Are you still...
I am Polish. I no remember what.
Okay, are you still in a relationship?
Czy ma pan nadal z nią kontakt?
Maybe.
That doesn't sound too convincing. But even though he's forgotten her name, he may have a good reason to see her.
They said I came back now because my girlfriend is pregnant.
This information could change everything, so it's time for Officer Aruna to consult her supervisor.
He has made admission that he has been working here in Australia. But the other thing is, when he applied for his extension of his visitor visa, he applied on the basis of having a girlfriend here in Australia. As soon as I was about to finish with him, he just mentioned that she's pregnant.
So now officers will try and call his girlfriend to see if he is telling the truth. Quarantine officers have discovered concealed food in the baggage of this passenger. He claims his auntie packed his bags and that he was unaware of it.
You must have had some idea, so the amount of food you've got, you must have some idea, but there was food in your bag.
One of the major concerns for officers is the spices that are not commercially packaged.
Yeah, the packaging itself is definitely says milk powder outside. When we open up, we've got other items inside, spices. And this one, as you can see, is probably curry powder. That won't be allowed in now, because we don't know the ingredients of it, so that will be destroyed.
No, I didn't know really about the food. I just took off my clothes and tell them to pack it. They put all the essentials in it.
I'll put all the stuff you can have over here.
Officers will separate any prohibited items from the large assortment of food.
With the spices, because they contain cloves, well, you can smell it, even though it's not written on there. Cloves is a prohibited item. Milk powder, the same. Being a milk product with foot and mouth disease. The chilies, they're fresh.
Yeah, he's looking at a serious fine at this point of the items he has got at the moment, yeah.
Customs and Border Protection officers have swabbed this woman's luggage for traces of illegal drugs. A negative reading is no surprise to Supervisor Michael.
Usually you'll find with internal couriers, we won't get any readings because they don't actually handle the drugs themselves. If they're swallowing them, they're already wrapped, put on a table, say, for them to just lubricate and swallow. So most of the time you won't get any contamination from the actual packaging to give us an indication whether they get a reading or not.
Officer Mike decides to try a more direct line of questioning.
Yeah, I don't think you're here for business. I've got concerns. Are you carrying any narcotics on your body?
Come and check me.
Did you swallow any narcotics?
Come and check me.
No, I'm asking you a question.
For my life.
Okay. Not for your life, okay.
I might just tell him now. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Here, take his card.
Melbourne quarantine officers have discovered 17 kilos of undeclared food in the bags of this passenger, but he has tried to lay the blame on his aunts back home.
I was not there when they put all these things.
I find it very hard to believe that you weren't aware of it. When I asked you at the start, you did say you may have food in the bag.
Yeah.
So you had some idea, okay? And you can't tell us now you didn't have any idea, you had an idea. Okay, today, because you have broke the law, I'm going to now fine you quarantine infringement notice of $220 on the spot fine for not declaring any items of food. You understand that? $220. And you will be fined today, okay? But you understand you have broken the law, okay?
He agrees to pay the $220 fine. And in the future, he'll be packing his own bags and not leaving it up to his auntie.
I'm gonna tell her, but not to scream at her. No.
At the mail centre in Sydney, officers have intercepted a parcel from Japan, and it's not what they expected.
So what we've got is sawdust, and there appears to be some other plants growing. Now that we've actually moved the media back on it, we can see that we actually have a tuber here, and it appears to be a live tuber, and it's actually starting to grow. Any live plant material, before it's brought into Australia, must have a permit. Things like this that have arrived without a permit, and there certainly isn't a permit with this one, they could harvest viruses and the likes, and that could easily be transferred to other plants. If it has plant viruses, most of these, they can be actually carried in the actual tuber themselves, and they wouldn't present a problem until such time as the tuber was actually grown.
It is too great a risk for quarantine to let the live plant material pass the border without a permit. And in this case, the false declaration was an obvious deception.
It was declared as shoes, sneakers, leather shoes, compact disc. Now that we've opened the box and had a look, actually there is nothing that was actually declared on the outside was in the parcel at all. And this has been done, there's been a lot of care done. The tubers are actually the right length to fit in the box. There's an obvious intention that they've been sent out to be grown in Australia. Well, the next step now is the goods will be seized. We will notify, fill in a report, and that will go to our compliance department, and we will hold the goods until advised by our compliance what action we need to take.
X-rays and swabs of this Nigerian woman's belongings have come up negative for drugs. But Customs and Border Protection officers suspect she may be concealing them, either on or in her body.
She's got no samples, she's got one business card. The samples of her clothing she wants to show them are in a bag with all her dirty clothes and stuff. All she keeps saying is, give me a machine and I'll show them that I can make samples.
So we're going to a frisk search. After that, depending on what happens, if the frisk is negative, then we'll take it to an interview room for further questioning.
Do you agree to have the frisk search done?
The search me.
Yeah?
In the search me.
Face this way. Yep. Just hold your arms out, okay? You're happy for me to touch the wig?
Yeah.
Yep.
Touch it.
Yep.
After a recent 3-month holiday stay in Australia, this Polish passenger has returned to visit his girlfriend, but he doesn't have a visa. He claims she is pregnant, and Officer Alicia has now spoken to her to check his story.
And she did confirm that they are together, and they met when Mr. Mikkel was working with one of her friends, and she did confirm that she's pregnant, 10 weeks.
Officers now weigh up all the factors to the case.
So basically he was working while he was here.
He was working in Australia.
So basically he has breached his previous visa.
Yeah.
He's coming here he doesn't have a visa at the moment. So, you know.
Mikhail's about to find out if he's flown halfway around the world for nothing.
Interpreter?
Yeah?
Okay, we've come to a decision that we won't be granting him a visa here at the airport.
Mówił, że rozmawiałem ze swoim szefem.
Czemu?
Why?
Because firstly, you do not have a visa to enter Australia, and conducting this interview, you have been assessed as a non-genuine visitor.
A nie mogę nic załatwiać?
So you cannot do anything for me now?
No. If you wish to enter Australia, you'd have to go and apply for appropriate visas at the Australian Embassy.
Now he has to call his girlfriend with the bad news. But what's he going to tell her?
I don't know. Today I'm not trying things.
If he did decide to actually apply overseas, then he can do that, and they will consider that fact that his girlfriend is pregnant.
I am empty today.
X-rays and swab tests have not indicated that this Nigerian passenger is trying to smuggle narcotics, but she hasn't provided a credible reason for her visit to Australia, and that has officers concerned.
I don't feel anything.
Okay,
No.
all right. Did you go anywhere around the stomach?
Yep.
Anything? Was
I
there,
didn't feel anything on her stomach.
Did she
in
move
between her legs,
or
nothing. No,
did she show any discomfort or anything?
No.
All right.
The stage we're at the moment is the guys are still suspicious that she's carrying narcotics.
We're going to go into one of the interview rooms,
Oh, yeah.
and we're just going to sit down and have a talk, okay?
Okay.
All right, just come through.
We'll go through in a bit more detail everything we've asked her previously, give her a chance to allay our suspicions, and she might be able to come up with a legitimate reason as to why she's here.
After interviewing the woman further, Officer Mike consults his supervisor.
The story's just everywhere. It's just nothing's consistent.
From what you can see in her actual baggage, there's nothing really there fashion-wise to indicate that she is involved in any sort of fashion industry.
Her increasingly nervous behaviour is another reason for the officers to suspect she is concealing narcotics internally. So the Australian Federal Police are contacted to take her into custody.
They'll take her to hospital for a CAT scan, and the CAT scan will show whether she's got anything inside her or not.